Hey guys, how's it going? It's X666X Iron Maiden, and today we're finally back with the Nightwish. I promise. We're coming up on 3/4 of a year ago. I apologize again for the long wait, and again, for those of you that know why I wasn't here for this period of time, you know, so I won't get into that again. But today we're going to be getting into some Nightwish. We're going to get into Elan. I'm still not sure if I'm saying that right. I've been wondering ever since the first reaction. Every time I listen to something, I'm like, I have no idea if I'm saying the name of it right or not. But this is going to be the live in Buenos Aires, and I probably fucked up the last part of that name too. So we're going to check that out, since I've only ever checked out the studio version. And again, I said I wanted to check out a few songs from this live concert because it's one of the few things from Nightwish I haven't heard yet. Alright, so without further ado, let's get into this. Oh, I love this song. It might just be me, but it sounds like the bass is really low. At least on this YouTube video part of it. Yeah. All the harmonies. Yeah, Troy! Alright, we're going to stop it there before it keeps going. Man, I love this song. It's actually one of my favorites off the album. And it's just, it gets me every time, because if for those of you who were on the channel before my absence, and for new information for those of you that'll show up now that I'm back, I really love folk metal, folk music in general. It really gets to me. I really love traditional instrumentation in any way, shape, or form, or traditional styles of music from the past. And again, that I'm Acadian. That's my descent, and a lot of our music, a little bit less so in the last 10 years. It's gone more like with the new country style, which I'm not really into as much. But our old style is a lot of violin, even washboard, stuff like that is very popular. And it's more of it's like a folk, country, even bluegrass sound to it. And it just makes me think of my heritage every time I hear that style. And I always get that with Nightwish, because they love to go with that folky sound, and I love it. I love when they do that. That's why I love Troy so much, because he's the one always playing the flute, or I forget what it's called. It's not bagpipes. It's a version of bagpipes from another country. I just can't remember the name. I know someone told me before on the channel, and I can no longer remember it. On top of that, playing obviously here, in Buenos Aires. If I'm fucking that up, I'm sorry. It's the crowds down in South America, man. You just see how much they're into it every single time. It's the same thing when I was watching. Every time I watch Iron Maiden's Rock in Rio, which is one of my favorite live concerts ever to watch, and is, in my opinion, when Iron Maiden were at their best. The crowd there, same thing. Just they go nuts, and you see it, and you can hear them, and it's not very often you get that kind of like crowd reaction that you actually hear in a live DVD anymore. Maybe because I'm watching a little bit less live concerts on DVD, but from what I've been hearing anyway, in general, with a few live songs here and there through YouTube, you just don't get that same atmosphere, and I really wish it was there, because that really makes me feel like I'm part of the experience even more, hearing that crowd. On top of that, the band's doing their usual, man. They're so good together, and it makes me see Marco there, knowing might not be there again. Is just a sad thing, but I understand what he's talking about, his reasons for wanting to leave. So I'm not angry with him. I'm just upset that he's not going to be there, because I still hadn't had the chance to see Nightwish live, and Marco is one of my favorite members of the band. So I would have loved to have seen that. So I do hope he returns in the future when COVID relaxes, and maybe we finally get some vaccines going or something that actually work. Then maybe I could finally see Nightwish live. That would be one goal of mine. And can we talk also about... actually, I will bring it back for this if I can find a clip here. This will do. Can we talk about how Floor is looking like she's about to go on and fight something, like she looks like she's wearing like armor you would like put on in Skyrim, and go fight some dragons, man. Like it just looks epic. Right, now let's bring it back here. I do believe I'm good here. Let's continue. Oh, I love those harmonies, man. One of my favorite parts of the song. I love that they had a shooting star go across the back. That fits it perfect. See, there's that crowd. You could hear the crowd a few times there after, of course, I talked about it. Alright, and that was Nightwish. Elan. I hope it's either Elan or Elaine. Hopefully I'm saying it correctly. It's the E with the little line on it that I can't remember what it's called right now, that makes me want to say it in French, because a lot of French words use it as well. That was the live version, and as is expected, they nailed it. I knew they were going to nail it before I even started this because it's Nightwish. I haven't seen a bad performance from them yet. I haven't seen a video of them performing bad, except for maybe a couple from, going back. I had to do the mandatory yawn as well, for those of you that missed that. It is late, that's why. So I didn't talk about everybody yet. Obviously Kai on the drums held the beat very well. It's nothing too strenuous, this song. It's more of a, it's more like their straightforward like rock song kind of, with some folk mixed in. So I'm not surprised that he was able to handle the drums fine here. We all know he's an amazing drummer, and he held the beat perfect, which is exactly what you need on a song like this. You just need someone who has that dead on with the rhythm, because you hear it when you mess it up on these kind of songs. That's the thing that a lot of people don't talk about, is drummers that can hold down a very simple beat without messing it up on timing or anything like that is just as impressive as a drummer doing some crazy stuff, because you really hear mistakes a lot easier when you have that 4/4 drumming. And just an example, I know this whole song probably wasn't 4/4 all the way through. I wasn't really paying attention that much. I've heard the song enough times, so I wasn't getting into it that much. And then obviously everyone held their parts together. I find this is a very well shot concert. The footage, it doesn't jump around too much. There's not flashes all over the place. I know a good example of that, Gojira put out a live album, a live DVD, like, what was it, 4 or 5 years ago, and it would cut every second to a new scene, and it's just too much sometimes when you're trying to pay attention. It doesn't give your brain enough time to oh, okay, this is nice, and then switch, and oh, this is nice. It's more like you're just getting used to it, and it just switches. You're like, oh, what's going on? They didn't do that here. This is very well shot. I would say I'm hoping it's just the YouTube version, because this happens a lot with YouTube. The bass was very low in the track, and even the drums slightly, in my opinion, but I could be wrong. The drums were good. They were good. I felt like they could be a little bit higher, but I'm hoping it's just YouTube, because the bass was really low. And I got headphones on, and I found I really wanted more bass in it, and these headphones have bass, and I'm not picking it up. So I'm hoping that it's just the YouTube version, because I know this album is on Spotify, so I'll have to check it out at some point on there. Just put it on repeat and listen to it. But yeah, in general, I love this version. I haven't heard any other live version of the song, so I still don't know if it'll be my favorite, but I know that I would probably listen to this over the studio, because it's Nightwish. I love their live stuff more than their studio stuff most of the time, which is why I'm excited to hopefully get some. I was hoping to get live stuff from the new album, but there's nothing official put out for that, and I'm sure there might be something online of some of the songs done live, and I'll look into that and probably do it on the channel if I find them as well. So anyway, it's pretty much turning into a longer video than I thought it would be for such a short song. It's so I'm gonna let you guys go there, and I will catch you guys next time on the next video.